had gotten yourself in a little bit of a brawl amidst the middle of the town in front of the mayor's office. You fought Derek and the goons when Fiora decided to side with Derek. In the ensuing throwdown, Jacob was knocked out and captured, chained up, used as a backpack, taken all the way to Derek's western camp. Brought there, he was imprisoned and asked to simply work with Derek. Michael was also captured, and after conversation, Jacob decided the best move at the moment was to comply to the best of his abilities. The three of them, Derek, Fiora, and Jacob, decided to move to a separate point, rounding the town of Respite in a little bit of an off branch way. I'm gonna bring the map to the map of Respite real quick. Around the town, through the mountains. It's a rockier route, but it was meant to avoid the traffic of the town itself. All that being said, uh, after some conversations and some points, Fiora had inclinations from the voice, inclinations that forced them to embrace a part of them that had been locked down for quite a while now. We left off with Fiora becoming a nightmare and how this is going to play out.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
everything Fiora is going to see in reality is going to be a twisted perception, a perception of nightmares that they would have, be it from a night when the thunderstorm grew loud and rain assaulted windows and you were alone facing the darkness outside, or a day that you felt monsters coming for you at the precipice of every shadow in the room flickering at the lantern light. That is what Fiora notices and sees around them. Danger, things of pain, things of hate.
Ooh, can I have a suggestion for what
Yes.
Fiora might see?
Yeah.
We're in a forest right now, right?
Not quite. You guys are in a mountain range going through
Oh,
rough
mountain
hills
range.
of stone and dunes of like caped snow over the mountaintops.
I think what would be a very interesting vision, or what the perspective of what Fiora would be seeing, would
Mm,
be if like everything suddenly went to night and everything was on fire, and there are just these figures coming from the smoke.
okay. Yeah, Fiora, you feel as the bite of the cold and the snow that you've been grasping onto loses the dullness of the sting of cold, but instead fringes of fire alight your fingertips as hate consumes you completely from head to toe, and visages of figures in the shadow, two to be exact. Uh, One had been recently bound, but now unbound, an evil that is free to claim you, along with its friend that stands beside it. Um, and first things first, let's make a speed roll, you guys. Just an
Oh my
initiative check.
god. Okay, Derek, Jacob, let's do this, guys.
We
Hey,
all
maybe Jacob, what if Derek just dies? You know? What if Derek just dies this episode? And then, like, that's solved. I mean, that's
Oh,
not a bad thing, right? Oh shit, Derek?
I'm out of here.
I think 41's pretty good. Look, let me roll.
you'll be rolling a 1D120.
Oh,
What? What?
oh,
Only one?
oh!
Nice, 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 nice. You're faster.
Gaming.
Gaming?
Gaming hard.
Okay,
Gaming?
let's see. I'm getting some water.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hydro homies for life, bro.
What are some?
Stay fucking hydrated.
What are a couple of figures amidst the flames? Do you think Fiora would have that symbolizes their nightmares?
Um, at first, I'd feel like they're big, hulking, inhuman-like figures. And then eventually behind them, figures in the smoke. Humanoid, but with heads tipped like a pyramid, with burning eyes and clothes of white. And then finally, I think, two images very reminiscent of her mother walk out in front of her.
Mm.
And I think at that, oh, what's up? What's up? What's up?
I was just gonna tell Jacob what he saw.
Oh shit! What do you see?
Uh,
Amidst the fall of snow and the bite of the cold, you notice a lack of cold metal around your wrist, but replaced. You've seen the Fiora take the visage before, completely covered in chains, layers, almost like an armor, barely even being able to make out a normal figure. The crazy part this time is, you know how Fiora can constantly rotate and make their chains into chainsaws, basically?
yes.
That's
Blades,
happening
essentially.
pretty much all over their body. The chains
Oh.
constantly moving forward and fro,
Whoa!
rotating and slicing, and you see an ungodly amount of blood leak through the chains.
Oh.
Fiora, you take no damage from it. You don't feel the pain of anything except the fire and the glare of these eyes, the burning eyes, the eyes out to get you. But Jacob, as you see this, what's your first action? No hostile action has been taken.
Run!
Uh,
I will say
but
this thing quite imposing and quite looking hostile.
Derek for help!
I think
Derek, yeah.
Jacob is one alarmed, and two is just like Fiora, just trying to call out.
Yes, Fiora, you hear mumbles of a speech that feels like the blackness of ink scratched across a rocky surface of almost a warning, a threat at you.
You both, you did this to me. I toppled your legacy like a house of cards. Don't think I'll do it again.
Yeah. You hear Fiora's voice. It's hoarse, distorted, almost as if it's layered with another.
Wait, do my words that come out just come out exactly like that?
Yeah, the words themselves come out like that, but the
Oh,
voice,
okay.
it's almost as if two voices are speaking over one each other. One's deep, hoarse, and devoid of emotion, while yours is layered below
It's
that.
like Bleach and someone's wearing like a hollow mask and they kind of have that like
Mm-hmm.
bassy second voice. Okay, cool. That's interesting. Ooh.
So,
Jacob, you got this.
Um. Oh god.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
God. Fuck. Hang on. Let me look. Let me look at some stuff.
mm-hmm.
Is there anything about the Constitution about calming the fuck down?
I mean,
Thou
the
shalt calm the fuck
Constitution.
down if thou get too wild.
Bless. Ugh.
Have you ever been able to use the Constitution but in a negative way? Can you just like abuse the 13th and the 15th?
I
And
can't
then
really abuse it
have you ever tried?
in the legal sense, anyway.
I was about to say it has to be within the sense of the which you
It has to be
can.
within law.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Shit, did we just Google the Constitution real quick?
that's usually what he
Oh,
does.
I mean, I always get that shit. I always got that shit pulled up, you know.
True,
Always.
true. No, Zane has a hard
Almost
copy.
always.
This bitch. There are 27 amendments, so I mean, shit.
Well, I
A
can
whole
only
new
use
section.
those up to the point of 1880.
Oh wait, you're right. Oh, that's a good point. But there's a whole bunch of articles, right? The articles before the bills.
Well, I can use the Constitution. I don't Was it ever said whether I could use like the Bill of Rights and stuff like that?
There's stuff within
Confusion and the Bill of Rights, a part of the same document.
Oh,
there's
I mean,
stuff within your upgrade tree that lets you use that stuff. If you remember.
okay, that's weird.
Basically, there's a whole tree where the more you unlock it, the more it lets you fiddle with American law and doctrine.
Can you use the Fifth Amendment in any kind of way? Self-incrimination? Cruel and unusual
It-
punishment, the Eighth Amendment.
You can always hold your
he-
action.
I'm just gonna hold my action and just yell out, Fiora, what is that?
You're gonna maintain the same distance you're at, no closer, no further.
No closer, no further.
Okay.
I ain't moving.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
Um,
I will say when you hold your action, you have to verbally say what your action will be used for. Like, is it I will attack if so and so happens? Is what how you verbalize holding an action, or I
did
will
he
do
not
this if
verbalize?
so or so happens. It's one of those things where if it makes sense, I'm down for it. But just like beforehand, because if something happens and you're like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna like cast the nuke spell. Uh, it's just a little bit of assurance to make sure nothing unfair happens.
You can like prepare something. Oh wait, no, Jacob doesn't have any of his items or anything.
No,
No.
I ain't got shit.
I have a question then, Chris. Can a
Mm.
player set themselves up for a future defense roll if Jacob were to use his action to set himself up? Yeah, and that's supposed to be Derek.
Oh,
So,
As if like her mom tried to go for a hug instead of Derek going for a grab, I guess. I love the dots. Let me zoom in. I'm
then
using the pan tool and I won't pan. Come on, bitch. There you go. You
okay.
should give Jacob a cowboy hat so I know I'm looking. Anytime, yeah. Oh my god, it's awesome.
oh my god.
It's
Um,
perfect.
yeah, but you guys kind of, if I can give you a visual reference, do you guys know at the beginning of the Two Towers, the little mountaintop that Gandalf and the Balrog battled on?
Yes, actually.
Yes.
That's about
Yeah.
the room you guys are looking at. This little
Ugh.
peak that you guys have climbed up to is about so big. Uh, Sharp slopes downwards uh, on all sides. It's not a necessary death sentence falling off, but it will be rough if you.
Wait,
Ain't gonna
can we
feel good.
retcon something then? Because I totally fucked up. Instead of it being trees, it could be just like Fiora hits the.
I was gonna say you could have fucking ground up stone and yanked it out of the ground.
Yeah, never mind. I forgot there's no trees up here because of
Mhm.
mountain peaks.
Yeah. That being said, Jacob, it's back to you. Derek, like I said, he remained silent. He didn't seem to have any words to say.
Here, put that one. You get veggies.
Okay.
I'll take it
Oh
from.
god.
You can order some for them. Yeah.
See,
Um,
Jacob may know about nightmares, but he doesn't know how to handle them.
I will say if you want to roll the extent of your knowledge, you might even know more than the party knows, since a lot of your
I think
investigation
if
was
you
off
wanted to
screen.
party, you would probably know the most.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you can roll your insight. This would be considered bonus. It's not going to be considered your action.
Okay.
Can we just say that insight as like a strat has been the MVP this season? Like, fuck yeah, I love insight checks.
Hmm.
Perception
I'm
check.
trying to get to a point where you guys know enough about the world where there's never going to be
but for what the words mean to Fiora, I
Yeah,
think
I like your idea. Go ahead.
it's just like, oh, okay, cool, okay. Um, with what Saturn did with Victor, it was an amazing moment. It's actually what Fiora needed in the moment, even if they don't realize it. But it's almost it's almost too little, too late because at that point, Fiora, even before the monster happened, before they broke and lost control, they already betrayed what found family they had left in a desperate attempt to find reason in and goals in life because the last group of people she tried to talk to didn't want to talk. And that was like right before all of this. So I would say it's one of those things where I don't want to be a dick because this is just kind of the same thing I would told Victor of like that was so close to calming Fjord down and making them understand. But I think even without the state that they're in right now or the state they were in before, like just in her own stubborn or dumb or arrogant or selfish mind, like that just was an answer she was looking for way too late. But I really, as a person, as Jenna, I really fucking love that speech. Uh, uh, so it's like it almost worked, or at least depending on how the roll goes, it would have almost worked.
The risk will be 60.
Oh,
Okay.
oh. Okay, now I hope you win, because
That's like
yeah, it
35.
can't be that every time where you guys almost had it, but like, yeah, no, you just almost had it. Oh.
Uh, don't. Never mind. I'm not gonna remind you.
What?
Nothing. Make your roll, weather boy.
Weather boy.
All right, now I gotta look over shit.
Mm.
Oh,
Okay.
How did I roll better?
Now this probably isn't going to end up the way you guys thought it was going to end up. This was to determine something uh, else
What?
entirely. Um,
What?
Fi-
Okay, sorry, go.
so Fiora, you do hear those words. It's cloaked in shadows behind the guise of a dagger coming for you, but you hear them in the familiar voice of Jacob. Whether they're effective or not, how they make you feel, they don't quite, they're not quite what you need at this moment. Um, Jacob, you watch as Fiora, their chains of metal begin to link together in a strange way on their back as they link one after the other, forming a set of wings of metallic that writhe and cut and bleed, blood coating them completely. Um, and something unique is going to happen between Jacob and Derek. It's Fiora, as you hear those words echo, what is your reaction? You don't
I think.
you don't feel
Oh,
like
what's
Jacob is there. You hear the words. You don't feel like he's actually there though.
Can this just be like, even if it doesn't show up physically, can this be a subconscious reaction from Fiora?
Yeah.
I think if you could peer into the mind of what is left of this person, you would see an inner image of them weeping. Because I think if Fiora was a completely perfectly fine person, that was that was almost enough. And I think Fiora, even if like they can visualize Jacob at this point or not, whatever has happened with the delusions, I think like they desperately cling to every single happy memory that they've ever made with Jacob and just like weep is
Okay.
what you would see on the inside. And try
So
to like share old fucking cowboy.
So what the role Jacob just did determined is not whether or not anything was effective or not, but where you'd end up. As the wings are formed, a feeling of reality tearing, borders between realms colliding happens, and almost as if a wormhole, you and Derek are sucked into the
Wait,
minds
what?
into the mindscape of Fiora herself. You are
Oh
not placed in a
shit.
position where you can directly see or talk to Fiora, uh, but within the nightmares of their own mind. You failed the role, so you get to see firsthand the nightmares that Fiora shivers from under the blanket. Uh, and right now, I'm going to call a 5 minute break real quick.
Ooh.
Jacob!
Also,
Jacob!
this might be a good time to think about all the things that Jacob might be seeing.
Yeah, I know. I was actually thinking like, oh, the episode's gonna end. I'm gonna prepare for that next episode. No, we're doing this shit now. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go. Text me in the roll 20. Someone say something in the roll 20 and I'll see it. Okay? I have the mute.
Okay. Be right back.
Mm-hmm. Also, you still have one question left. um,
Ooh.
hello.
Well, um, I'm.
You're hmm.
I I have ideas. but I'm gonna have to wait and see what happens. Because this is not what I was expecting.
I imagined you wouldn't expect this.
So, are here's a question. I don't know if this is too meta or not. Are physical forms in danger?
I feel like that is too meta.
Okay.
I will say I will rarely, if ever, be putting you guys in a situation where a player will be killing another player, or where you unfairly die.
Okay. That's fair. I'll take that.
You're not going to come back to your body and be like, "Well, looks like I died of frostbite." That wouldn't be that wouldn't be fun.
Be kind of fucked up.
It'd be pretty fucked up, wouldn't it? Jacob, roll 1d100 for frostbite damage.
Good.
Also, I never rolled my 1d100. Let me do that real quick. $58. Um, they did say roll 20 chat, right?
I think so. You could put it in the other chat just in case.
That's fair. Do you have any spoilers without spoilers memes putting Sloan along with me?
I've been putting him in the voice chat thing, kind of.
In the voice chat. Why voice chat?
I don't know. Here, I'll put it in the saloon.
It's insane how much of a shitpost it looks like, but kind of accurate to what's happening.
Oh wait, what did you send in Hoots and Hollers? I want to see this.
Oh,
I
it's in
put it
Saloon.
in. It's in saloon. We're posting spoilers without spoilers.
I love when that happens. It's so funny trying to guess what happens. Oh my. I love the second gift. The second gift doesn't make any sense outside of context, and that's
Oh yeah.
perfect.
Um,
Um, but yeah, what's up,
the
y'all?
second.
Hey, it's your boy, the skinny existential crisis. God, that's so accurate. No, that really is a fucking crown emoji. Where's that shit?
Uh, did you get my DM?
No, let me read it. Let me read it. Let me read it. I got a DM from Trevor, not you.
You didn't what?
Oh. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I read you. That message is read. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm ready though. I am ready. I'm just scared.
Okay. Yeah. Coming back into this, I uh, so Jacob, you are I'm gonna describe a little bit of context for both of you, and I'm gonna let Fiora take over for a good chunk of time here. Um, but what we're looking at is the fact that you failed. You're nowhere to be in direct contact with Fiora or their psyche. More that their psyche is in contact with you. Um, you are going to be delving into the worst recesses of everything that exists in Fiora's nightmares. Uh, that being said, Fiora, what would those be exactly? You are not with Derek. You are all alone, and you land in whatever visage Fiora creates for you.
You know, I think you land in a very sunny, bright summer day. There are trees, the greenery contrasting against the broken down buildings and the trash on the ground. There are flowers growing out of the cracks in the sidewalk. And if you didn't know any better, today was a really fucking good day. So where do you go from here? It just seems like your average northeastern suburban street. You might see some people walking around. They might wave to you. Where do you go from here?
Jacob?
Um. I think Jacob is just shocked and breathing in heavily.
Yeah, I will say this was an extremely sudden thing. Like, last time you blinked your eyes, you were still on the mountaintop. And you have
Yeah,
been.
instead of it being cold, it's actually pretty damn warm, all things considered. You can feel the sun on your skin as if it's all real.
I think Jacob, like in his exasperation, just kind of kneels down and feels the grass.
It's really well kept. You look up at the house of which that lawn has this Confederate flag waving. Next to it is the city flag of Detroit.
Jacob grimaces a bit at the flag.
You know, yeah, you being a history person, that's gonna suck to look at, right? Especially how recent that is. Nearby, a person on a bicycle, of complexion similar to snow, tosses a newspaper at you. Papers, papers, get your papers today. It says Buchanan has won a fourth term. Jim Crow laws have reached to the north. Blacks no longer populate the streets. Oh, sorry, no, you can go now. Sorry.
Yeah, he is definitely like reading it, but he's just looking around. He's looking for someone to talk to.
Some really nice old folk walking around. You see some kids with blonde hair running around playing. You maybe see some people in some nice suits going over to a church. You see a house on fire, and then a nice picketed fence with beautiful, beautiful roses growing right next to it.
Jacob approaches the older folks.
What are you doing here on this Sunday afternoon? You going to church? You want to meet us today for some, just, you know, Jesus' blood, breaking the bread?
Where is this?
Oh, it's the state capitol. It's that big old dome. You could see it from anywhere. The
Jacob
market is
just
going
kinda
crazy today.
continues walking, not responding to them.
Hey, you sure you don't want a pamphlet? Oh, you'll see it soon enough.
Jacob's just kind of walking down the street, confused.
I will add a little detail to your senses, Jacob. Other than the observed abnormalities that you've encountered so far in everything that you've been told, there's a feeling of breath on the back of your neck, an intense presence amongst you. You don't know where it is, you don't know how far away it is, but it is around you and you can feel it. That's all I'm gonna add.
Okay.
A little leather ball rolls up to your feet, as if someone kicked it to you. Do you pick it up?
Yes.
What does your daughter look like?
She was young, blonde, kind of a dirty blonde.
This girl is not her. She has freckles. She definitely has a different sense of style. A lot more upkeep, a lot more attention to detail. But for a second, it might have spooked you. She looks at you, holding the ball, and she says, "Oh, you seem new in town. Where are you from?"
From northwards, Montana.
Oh, I'm glad you came from somewhere nice and peaceful like that. Well, usually men who look like you, they don't really walk around here. They usually all hang out in the square. Want me to show you? It'll be fun.
Sure.
I think the whole time, it's like her smile, it's kind, it's considerate, but there's a look in her eyes, a little bit of a scuffed brow. Maybe if you can ever catch a glimpse, she's not smiling when she's not looking at you. But the second she turns back, it's a big old grin. Come on, we're almost there.
Jacob follows.
As you get closer, something falls from the sky. Very soft, very delicate. It doesn't make a sound like rain. Instead, it leaves nothing for your thoughts to occupy. It's just there. Do you take a closer look at it or you just don't care?
I think you take a closer look.
I think you notice the little girl sticks out her tongue, and you kind of wait to see if the little particulate in the air dissolves as if it met heat, but nothing happens. And if you squint, they're not quite snowflakes, it's ash. And as you get closer, it starts to feel hotter. The air gets stuffier. The blue summer skies start to turn a little bit more gray as you get closer and closer to this town square. And you can start to hear cheering. Like there's a big parade or a big celebration, like someone just won a big game of baseball or something. And so I will say, I've been kind of like directing you a lot. Is there anything you look at particularly? Is there anything you do or say?
I think Jacob wants to see what all the noise is about.
Do you look in that general direction?
Yes.
You've ever read about the Tower of Babel in the Bible?
Yes.
You've never seen a structure this tall made by man before. It towers into the sky, poking through the smoke. And you see Confederate flags wave from it. It looks pretty majestic. Looks like a lot of work was put into it. And I think the second you're looking in that direction, the little girl laughs and just keeps bouncing the little leather ball. And also, as you approach, you can finally see the fires burning from somewhere in the center. The source of the fire is still hidden behind some buildings at the moment, but you can tell something is burning now. Pretty dang clear. You can probably smell it at this point, and it doesn't smell like burning timber, unfortunately. At least not this time, unlike last time.
Does anyone smell that? He's saying to the girl.
You notice that? I've become so used to it. It's like passing by garbage on the street. You get used to it. It's where the big event is happening in the square. Now, I don't understand it too much, but my dad always encourages me to cheer. Like it's a blessing from our Lord.
What event?
A lot of men like you come on stage, and we all gawk, stare at all the different kinds of people that look just like you, and we throw a big celebration on how we don't have to see them anymore. So we see them one last time. We give them all the praise and love and empathy and peace that they desire. And we let it burn up in the blaze of glory. Isn't that wonderful? And I think at this moment, you feel a tug at your hand as if someone's trying to bring you away. You try to resist.
No. Jacob is taken aback by this little girl. And basically just distracted from that. So,
Okay. Yeah, suddenly you're being led away from the girl and led away from the square, kind of in the opposite direction, right? Instead of going straight down the street, the figure that's carrying your wrist right now takes you down to some alleyways. Do you ever turn to see who it is?
yes.
Golden tattoos mark her cheeks. She gives you a look. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you want to die? And it's Fiora. It's straight up Fiora.
But Fiora, what's going on?
Oh, so you know my name? Shit. Look, you're not supposed to be here. Anywhere near here, at least. Wherever you came from, I suggest you go south. Or even farther north. Canada. Nowhere's safe for us anymore, man. I'm sorry.
Wait, I don't exactly understand what you mean.
I mean, you're black like me, right? This is what happens to us. We run, we hide, do our best to survive, right? I had some old friends tell me that back in San Antonio. Kind of remind me of one of them.
I'm not sure what you're meaning. All that on the peak. What? Are you okay?
Fuck. Are you like dehydrated or something? Do you need a mirror? It's like soot all over your face. And then yeah, I think like I pull out a little like makeup pocket mirror and I show it to you. You're a black man with a graying beard. You are Jacob Wood. You just do not look like Jacob Wood right now.
I don't think I quite understand.
Then let me lay it out for you, okay? The Union lost the Civil War. Our future for our people means nothing anymore. And every single little action I do in this town means someday this nightmare will end. But it's becoming a lot hard to believe that lately. I'm glad to run into you. I need all the help I can get, okay? Look, there was another person like you who just showed up, but they took him to the square. If we don't hurry, they're gonna put him in chains. They're gonna pour burning hot oil on top of him, toss some chicken feathers at him as if it's a zoo attraction, and then it all ends after that. Okay, we can't save whoever that is, or you, or me, whoever else gets stuck on that stage, okay? I know that's a lot. I know you probably don't trust me. But look, we do this because there's always a chance. There's always a way, right? I think you believe that. A part of me believes that too. And this fight will never end until each and every one of us gets one of those beautiful, pristine white fences too, okay? I think at the end of the day, that's all I really want. Do you get that? You ever feel that?
Fiora, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, you go. I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
Well, I just I don't even know.
But I mean, we
I
have
know
time to
that
talk. Do you have any questions?
you said you believe there's always a way.
Yeah. As long as one of us stands here and lives and breathes, there's nothing we can't do as an individual. Okay? And I've never failed. Okay, maybe I failed day in and day out for like countless years, but not the point right now.
Failing's how you get better. Till you do succeed.
Oh, it's the problem of no matter how much you work on yourself as an individual, if the world doesn't change, then there's only so much one person can do, right? And it's not even about if we had some kind of weird magical wish where we can bring everything together and fix it all. We don't have that as an option. So instead, like the real world, we have to unite as people. And I don't mean that as you and I mean even those motherfuckers in the streets. And we gotta learn each other's differences. We gotta talk about what is wrong, what is right, what is wrong with what is right, you know? And we have to really understand where each other comes from. And that some things can't change. And other things can with enough of us together, right? And I think that oversimplifies the matter, but it is a step towards the solution. I don't think there's a single answer that solves it all, but it's a start, right? And so we can all start with having a conversation about what's wrong with the world and at least address it, at least make light of it, right? My friends and I, we made it to a place called Respite, and there was a point where we had a bad point in which things seemed like it didn't work out, and we all got together and we all learned how to talk to one another and when to make time to talk and when to make time to hear, and it worked. We, I miss them. I miss them a lot. I'll just say that. In a different world, things could have gone worse, and I don't know what I would do then. But here, I'm just trying to make a difference, one life at a time.
Well, what happened to him?
Well, eventually, we went city to city. We made it across the entire United States, even went to Alaska, and well, our job was done. Our big mission, saved the world, and well, the world kept spinning. And unfortunately, with the 6 of us, nothing changed. And it wasn't even anything they did wrong. It's just we didn't try to do enough. I think the world was stagnant, and we weren't enough of a catalyst, right? And that's not to say that we grant some kind of wish from a card to make everything better, or we find a solution that makes everybody happy. But shit, we tried and tried and tried. I think we forgot to make compromises. I think we forgot to listen to people. That's where things went wrong. Even after all the states and cities we visited. I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you to death. You probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but good to have someone to talk to. It feels good. Makes me feel a lot better.
What do you think would have happened if they hadn't listened?
I wouldn't blame them. Sometimes one's past and one's pain isn't large enough to smother the opinion of others. And so, if they didn't listen, I'd forgive them. Everybody has their own problems. That's not to say that even some of these motherfuckers in this town don't have some kind of flaw in their being, right? But if they didn't listen, and I was in a bad spot, man, I think I probably would have lost myself. I would have channeled all the pain and hate towards people instead of the world. I think that's always the biggest mistake, right? For anyone acting upon anger or vengeance. You can't take it out on people. You have to take it on the world. Things that dictate people, the things that people exist in. And we didn't try to connect enough as people. We always had a goal in mind or a mission to uphold, and if we didn't listen because of that, well, fuck. Probably would have went pretty bad. But that didn't happen, so oops, it's fine. I'm still here, right? Look, how do you feel? How would you have done things differently? Let's say there was a way to change everything, like a wish, right? How would you change everything?
I think I'd make people understand each other.
As Jacob lets out his opinion on how he would have changed things, Jacob, you are ripped a million miles away from Fiora.
Oh shit. Okay.
As you let out your words to tell them what you would have changed, your words become too distant too quickly to reach their ears. If you could feel a lifetime within a few blinks, the next following moments is that you blink and you wake up on rags in the middle of nowhere in a bunker hiding away. You blink and it feels as if years have passed, your beard has grayed more and more. People have begun to join you, sleeping in your bunks. You've made new friends. You blink again, more people come to hide. You blink again, you've found someone you could love. Settle down in this little spot that no one has come to find you yet. You blink again, and this little community has grown to be bigger and bigger. You blink again, and you see blood soaking the rags of your friends' beds on the floors of this bunker. You blink again, and you stand atop a stage with a little girl in a crowd cheering as you're given your last moments. You look down, you see the friends that you made in these last few years. You feel the tautness of a rope around your neck. You blink again, and all you see is blackness. Fiora, we're gonna move to you for a second.
Okay. Oh, Jacob, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, what's up? Uh, yeah, Chris.
You've had a voice along with you for quite a while now.
Mm-hmm.
You hear it still. In fact, it's become even more loud, demanding, violent since you've reached the peak of this mountaintop. You're alone up here. In your head, you see nothing but flames, and within the flames, the voice still echoes. Doesn't it feel good?
Yes. I love the warmth. I love the rage. I love how happy it makes me feel.
You start to feel the certain wetness to your feet as water begins to rise within the flames a little bit. The flames are not quelched by the water, but it starts just a little bit encompassing your boot, not too much. And as it continues talking, I've been trying to lead you here for so long. It almost sounds as if it's on the border of sobbing. I'm so
Don't cry. We did this together. Don't cry.
Aren't you prepared to change? Change.
I'm not just ready to change. I'm ready to turn the whole world into a phoenix.
The water level raises up to your ankles. What a beautiful rebirth it will be. A world where hate will reign. What is right will be decided by those with the strength to make it. The strength.
What's happening to the flames? Why is this happening? The warmth.
Shh. The water
No,
level
no, no, no.
rises.
Are you? Are, is this it for me? No, 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 no. I can still help. No, 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 no. This is not it. This is not the end of my journey.
You've
Please, please, I can do more.
you've
No,
given
no, no,
me
no, no,
everything I need.
no, 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 no. Please don't kill me. Please. No, no.
As the
I just
water
wanted to make.
as the water level rises to your knees, I will say you begin to notice that it's thick, it's viscous, not quite like water, and it's deep, dark red in color.
Mm-hmm.
Don't panic. Hold on to your hate. Don't forget what you hate. And suddenly, as it finishes that sentence, you feel your ankles dragged down below the liquid that has formed around your knees.
What?
And let's see what we want to look at first.
Oh my God! What the fuck happened? What happened? What was that roll? I thought Jake was trying to save me. The Avengers didn't do shit to change this. Oh my God.
Yeah, I will say the conversation you had, you played it extremely well. But Fiora, maybe like somewhere deep in the subconscious, is aware of that conversation, but you are not cognizant that actually happened.
Figured it would be really weird if evil Fiora or Nightmare Fiora could hear that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like more of like if you were to find, I don't know, a small child like Floyd in the orphan land and you tried to talk to him, but it didn't really matter much kind of energy.
Yeah. That being said, as you drag down to the depths below, the flames still rage throughout the water, twisting and winding like a serpent, alighting the depths of this viscous pool of blood. The voice still speaks. It's each syllable feeling like it's trying to alight something within you still. You won't die, my child. Don't be afraid of me. Fiora can still talk to it.
I think Fiora takes a couple deep breaths, inhaling the smoke from the fire. I'll do whatever I need to feel better again. I want to feel more. I don't know how like someone just lets a magical blood fucking consume them, but how does one do that? Do I just like sink deeper? Could I just like
Oh yeah, you're
be the?
sinking deeper and deeper and deeper.
Oh, okay.
The voice keeps talking.
Okay.
You remind me of myself. So hateful, so full of spite. You desire vengeance. You desire everything you've never been given.
Because they did this to us.
You've been dealt the worst hand. It's natural for you to hate them. It's only natural.
I just want my pain to overpower what they've done to me. Is that too much to ask? Because sometimes it feels like it is.
You can't see it, but you feel a smile reach across the face of this voice. And you feel drawn towards a certain direction in this pool of blood, almost as if beckoned.
The call to the void.
And
whose voice is it calling from the void?
oh yeah, there's been no face to this voice so far. It's just been ethereal to you.
Okay, that makes sense.
As you get drawn, though, do you follow the draw, or do you keep going downwards?
Is a draw away from the
It's not
Oh,
like
sorry.
it's not away from the voice. It's almost as if the voice beckons to show you something uh, different. It
I think I tried to like fucking paddle through the water if I can even summon a chain and tried to pull myself in the
oh
direction of the voice even.
yeah, yeah. As you pull yourself, you find yourself at a window underneath this pool. The flames still wrap around the pool, and as you come to this window, it's closed shut. The blinds drawn, um, but you can tell that it could easily be opened.
Why can't I see you? Do you think it would make me question my resolve if I saw your face?
You do not need to see me.
Does it does it hurt my hatred if I see you?
No,
Does it make it burn brighter if I see you?
no.
Huh.
Open the window, child.
Fuck open it, I'm gonna smash it open.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
As you rear back and smash a hole through, uh, you peek images of a sunny field of grass. You can't quite make it through the window when your hand smashes it through. But looking through, you see from a distance uh, the nightmare that you've had a few times.
Oh. Uh-huh.
But you see a different figure standing in your shoes. Jacob, out of those, between the moments of the blinks I told you about, what's a moment that you figure a window view for Fiora to look upon you'd want to talk about?
I think definitely the standing on the stage.
Do I see Jacob or do I see the thing he looks like?
You see, you see.
Or the person
I
he
was
looks
about
like?
to say
Whoops.
the thing he looks like.
Wow. Cancel me right now. I can't play Fiora anymore. Anyway,
It's
sorry.
on recording. I'm posting this to Twitter.
Oh, fuck. No, wait. No, no, no.
You see the form, the visage that he's donning at the moment, but you can innately feel and tell it is Jacob. And
Okay.
as you look upon it, walk a mile in your shoes. He finally gets to feel what it's like. Wouldn't you like to watch how the show ends?
Yeah. I think it would be very satisfying to see what I saw, what I felt. Oof. Yeah, I say that. Yeah.
Uh, Before I say what this is, I want you. I want.
Uh,
I want you to make a. Would it be an emotional check? It could be argued as a mental check or an emotional check.
what
I,
exactly am I
I
rolling?
I'm gonna ask you to roll an insight check.
Is this for like a memory? A
N-
memory, a memory.
Not quite. Just an insight check to see if you can gaze beyond what is being shown.
Ooh, okay. Hell yeah, I'm gonna try for this. We're gonna pull out all the stops. Okay. Friends make this hellhole slightly more tolerable. That applies to Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Even even with everything that's happened, that Jacob is still part of the dream team. Right? So there's that. If this is an action to peer behind the veil, can I argue fade into masquerade? Is that a weird way to use that trait?
I will actually. That's perfect. Go ahead and use that.
Oh shit. Okay. A path is always available no matter the difficulty.
Mm, yeah, I'll actually allow that.
Okay, cool. Experienced in pain and cruel and
Yes.
unusual punishment. Okay, cool. Um, that's a 24. Okay. Oh, whoa, I don't have my base stat yet. Now, It's a 36. Let's fucking go.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
a
yeah.
25.
Okay. I actually really like the sentence I just said here. Hi. Okay. You know what, Jacob? We're gonna break Fiora out of this whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah,
Right
let's
here.
do it.
Right. Oh my god.
Okay.
Fiora?
I'm gonna narrate what happens. You've
Okay.
you've been in the shoes of someone on that stage in your dreams many times before.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the nightmare ends in blackness. You remember the
Mm-hmm.
feeling of the rope around your neck, of the cheering of the crowd. You watch as Jacob. What kind of facial expression? What does Jacob look like from a distance? What would a viewer from the crowd see upon your face?
Um, I think a very strong mixture of shame, acceptance, and fear.
Oh,
You see,
yeah, that makes sense.
Fiora, as you watch and as the moments lull and it goes exactly how you remember it, it's almost as if you peer through what is being shown to you and you see a little bit of what could end up happening as the roles are reversed. Upon the stage, you see Jacob as he normally is, along with, a bunch of white men and white women on the stage, and the crowds, instead of filled with white men and white women and children, you see dark complexions, the roles reversed, the same terror on Jacob's face either way. Isn't it intoxicating to watch?
Think Fiora doesn't respond immediately. I think actually, instead of a response to the thing, Fiora says, "Damn, is this what Derek wanted? Is this what the Shar wanted?"
The window immediately is barricaded,
Oh,
drowned out by blood,
oh,
and along this infinite wall that stretches all the way up, all the way down, all the way left and right. Come, I'll show you what your friend Derek sees from walking in your shoes.
but that this is what he wants. What? Why would he walk in my shoes? He already knows. He's already been down that path. What more could you show me? That that doesn't make that doesn't make any sense.
You get no answer but the feeling of the draw.
Wait, wait. We can talk about this. I have hate. I hate can be directed anywhere. I hate this. Hate can be done in many ways, but this is this is unjust hate. Wait, we could talk about this. We could talk.
Justice doesn't care about hate. Now come. And as it says come, instead of giving you the free choice to follow this time, it yanks you.
Oh, okay.
And as you're
Shit. Well,
beckoned,
I can. Okay.
you come across another window.
Instead of punching through this one, I will merely push the blinds aside. This time, knowing what it might be.
The visage of
Kind of in
Derek.
fear.
What was that?
Okay. Oh, I said I in fear even is the emotion I'm having while peering the curtains back.
The
Sorry, you can hear that.
I'm not gonna. There's no roll to peer past a visage this time. Simply, you see Derek weeping. Uh, he's in a room seemingly alone. All you see is it looks like someone's laying down in his lap as he's knelt on the ground, weeping over her body, his back turned towards the window. You can't see quite who he's weeping over.
Him and I have done that many times. What is different this time?
Don't be naive, child. Look at the room that he's in. And as the voice says that, you start to notice little details that you haven't noticed in a long time. Can you describe what your and your mom's room looked like growing up?
Oh, I will make a suggestion that it did happen in the bathroom actually,
Oh, it did
which
happen
is
in the
even more.
bathroom. Oh, yeah. Just describe the bathroom.
Oh my God. Cracked mirror. There's an exit wound on the far wall with blood spraying all over the tub and what remains of the curtains after I slashed it.
Okay.
And of course her.
Yeah.
Oh.
You see the exact scene. Instead of you there, it's Derek knelt, weeping. And you hear faint utters from his voice. I didn't know it ended like this for you.
Mm.
I thought you were still out there. Why'd you leave? You would have been safe. Safe with us.
Yeah.
Hate
Yeah. If there were
is
fire in Fiora's eyes, they burned.
hate is all
Uh,
consuming. You don't get to pick and choose what you hate. You must hate everything.
I think now. I think now I hate everything. Very, very justly and equally. Thank you for showing me that.
Um, I will say you hear the rattle of a sounds like a chain, maybe a little bitty locket.
I twist towards it with fists up because I can't do anything
Oh,
else because I can't think.
it's from beyond the window from Derek's
Oh,
side.
okay. Oh, I keep watching that. Okay.
Yeah. Again, his back is turned towards you, and you can't quite see what it is. Fiora, do you want to see what it is?
If I could poke my head through the window and be in that room, I would.
Okay, make another insight check for me.
Is it the same risk?
Yes. Or, yeah, we'll say it's 25 still.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, you said 20. You said 35 this time.
25.
Oh, 25. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Damn.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Um,
Please.
yeah. Uh, you don't quite peek all the way through the window, but your want and your desire to see what the whole picture of what's beyond the window. It feels like you're taking control beyond what this entity that is talking to you wants you to have. As you rotate and see the front, you see the body laying within Derek's lap, and Derek had pulled out a chain from around his neck. Uh, and it's a simple metal locket type. It's nothing fancy, nothing crazy. It's just a square box, and he kind of yanks it off and kind of clutches her hand shakily as it's soaked wet with blood, opens it and places it in her hands and clenches it. Why'd you leave? And as he continues weeping, Fiora, do you want to know why she left?
feel like I know the answer, but I guess I'll ask the question. Why did she leave?
As you ask, what's one of the most pleasant memories you have with your mom? Or actually, may I make one?
Go for it, actually. Yo, okay.
Yeah,
Boy.
the scene changes. If you see everything kind of rewind as your mom was standing there in the bathroom alone. Time passes. The camera beyond the window moves to a different time in the actual main room of the house. Your mom, despite her issues, she was a big fan of music.
Oh no,
On
no.
days that she was happy, she loved to play a certain song on the piano in the main room. And as you
Mm-hmm.
start to remember a day where she played the waltz,
Mm.
you can hear it
Mm-hmm.
clearly. You can see her through this window, her back turned towards you, her hands alighting with glee, joy even, moving, twinkling the ivory. You, this is what you see. Tell me why Fiora sees this memory as pleasant.
Because even with a broken woman, a lost mother, she still tried. She still tried her damn best at the end of the day. And not even someone like Fiora can take that away from Rose and Ross. And so I think that's why, no matter all the feelings she has, that would be a pleasant memory.
Hmm. I will say, in this memory, you remember yourself standing there, but you do not see yourself standing there. It's an empty, hollow memory with only half the people there that were actually there. Did you
Is
ever
this a world? Oh, what's up? What's up?
did you ever ask your mother why she used to be involved with all the movements and all of that? Why she was no longer involved?
I think at first out of curiosity, and then every other time out of fear. Yeah.
You blink and you do find yourself standing there in the absent space that you were supposed to be at. It's as if you're experiencing this moment for the first time again, watching her play. If you wouldn't mind asking her, just one of the times you've asked her.
Okay. Why did you leave them? Your friends from work?
You're gonna have to be more specific than that, dear.
Um, Uncle Deshar and them. Um,
Oh, I will say she would never have told you his name.
oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool.
fine.
Uh,
She told you,
would there be a nickname?
uh, I left.
Because they did know each other, but I guess that's a good point that I wouldn't
Mm,
really know his name.
yeah,
Yeah, because then I would have recognized it.
that's fine. Yeah, as you ask, she kind of stops playing and she just kind of looks up at you and smiles and says, I found something better to do with my time. And she kind of cups your cheeks with a hand and rubs a thumb across your temple. Not everything in life's worth constantly fighting for. Sometimes more important things come along to fight for is all.
But mom, when I grow up, what if I don't find someone like that? you said you've always got to fight for something, right? What do I fight when I got no one?
Well, what kind of person would you like to fight for?
I don't know. I think someone someone that makes sense to love, right?
Well, everyone makes sense to love, darling.
But I know like that. I know what you mean, but someone to, you know, risk everything for, I guess. I don't know what words to say, but I feel that way with you. I'd love to feel that way about others.
That's the right answer. Someone that you can love and them love you back. That's why I find the type of people worth fighting for. But you can get tricked along the way. Is all. Things that you think you're fighting for, things you think you want, they can become all you think about.
Well, that's why I only listen to you. I only trust your word.
Trust my word when I say that charming people can convince you into crazy things.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe it at all. You know why?
My darling.
You raised me. I ain't ever fall for something that silly.
She giggles a little bit. You know, I'll be honest. You're getting old enough. I I I left because I had you. I didn't want to raise you around them, all. Wanted you to see the city, see what we fought so hard to get and protect.
But don't you want to raise me to be as strong as you one day?
I want to raise you to be stronger.
Hmm. I
I'm,
don't think I can do that.
trust me, you can. Mama's not as strong as she looks.
I don't believe that either. I'll give you a big old hug.
She kind of strokes your hair. Just promise me if you ever lose your way, really take a step back and consider who you're fighting for. She says that, you're ripped out of the memory, back
Oh,
into the depths.
oh,
Peering into memories that don't serve hate. Why is that?
I think you don't understand then. You know, I think before my journey, that would have been a memory without hate. That journey ended when I added hates and 12 grams of lead to my own mom's body. Why'd you show me that? Did you show me that? Fuck you. If you want me to hate, I hate you too. Wasn't fair. That memory is not the same anymore. It never is.
You don't get to pick and choose what changes. There's moments that are and moments that will be. Everything serves to be hate in the end.
It definitely started out as a good memory. I could tell you that. Now I don't know what the fuck to make of it. You know what? You know what I think is cruel? Telling a little girl who doesn't know any better to make her own choices in the world when the only aspiring figure I had was the person who told me that advice. And so what does a little girl do when someone so strong decides that this world is too much? What is that little girl supposed to believe but hates? I see why you picked me, you son of a bitch.
Y-
Fit the mold like a glove.
While you writhe in tears and pain, all you feel from this entity is that smile growing wider and wider.
I miss cherishing that. I hate that it's ruined. I hate that I did this because I fucking hate myself. You know that. I know you know that. And if you don't, now you do.
Jacob, I want you to make an emotional check, basically a defense from with your heart.
Oh,
boy.
oh, Jacob, I'm so. Fuck. I can't believe that went on a really long time. Oh.
Okay.
Jacob's got a big old heart. Bro, Chris, what the fuck are you cooking? Why are you cooking with fucking, what is it called? What is the thing you cut and it makes you cry? Onions?
Cooking with
Bro,
onions.
there's too many onions in this dish.
Mm.
Um, oh, I thought your emotional
Okay.
ethics were lying.
No,
No,
Jacob
my
is not
emotional
high.
shit's not good.
It's
Oh no,
what's Fiora's total emotional? Oh, risk is 12.
12. Yeah. It's okay, you're rolling against the person with the smallest emotional
I
vitality,
got
so that.
19.
19.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, make your roll.
Is it PvP roll?
No, it's just a normal roll. Risk of 12.
Slash. Okay, risk 12. Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Jacob, as you are, it had begun where you were living in a cycle, lifetimes that are remembered as mere seconds start to be drowned up by blood as Fiora's emotions start to become thicker and thicker. Uh, Eventually, you become submerged in the depths. Time is not linear where you guys are.
oh. Okay.
You eventually find a wall opposite of Fiora, windows strewed throughout. There's, before you right now, a dozen windows. What does Jacob do?
Ooh.
I think Jacob opens one of the windows.
Would you roll a 1d12 for me?
Oh boy. Yeah, I could do that.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh, that's not very good.
3.
Um, well, okay, I will. You get to. You have a feeling of what's behind them before you even open them. But as you open number 3, you peek through the window and you see a moment. Uh, Fior, what's the happiest memory that you have with the group?
Oh,
That is what number 3 is on my list of 1d12.
that's really cute. I think my happiest moment I have with y'all is when we were first going down Solus Runda. We were being led by all the um fucking
Faye.
wow, it's been a hot second. Faye, yes. and then Isabel's celebrity cameo was leading us through. And I just remember how much big dick energy we carried ourselves with when we entered this place. Like, we're gonna fuck up everything wrong here. And I think that was the peak happiness in our group. Even when Fiora was going through some shit at the time, she couldn't help but smile at seeing all the camaraderie, especially Hale and his bullshit with the pool. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like us sightseeing in Solus Arena and seeing that beautiful city for the first time.
Yeah,
It'll be a good memory.
you see this memory that's familiar to you in eyes that are not. You see them from the perspective of what Fiora felt. You don't merely see this memory, you feel it. Despite what you might have been feeling, you get Fiora's emotions at the time.
Can I detail?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Imagine how oil floats on water, or is it the opposite? The oil sinks. No, oil floats on water. The water being the sorrow that you can kind of feel, and the oil being this overwhelming sense of joy and happiness and wonder is probably what that would feel like. But you very strongly feel the happiness instead, just the undercurrent of something wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to open another window.
Yes.
Well,
Or do you want to go further? You can always make an insight check to go further.
I would like to make an insight check.
Okay, make your insight check, risk a 25.
I'm glad you picked the happy memory. That was really cute, actually. See, this is my receipts that Fiora isn't just a big old ball of sadness. Like, there's joy in this person.
Said 25.
Yes.
You got this. Yo!
Okay. I'll share a little bit of details. Feeling and seeing this, it's that same presence I said you felt earlier in your own experiences of the nightmare. That warm breath that just seems to be around the corner. Fiora had been feeling this, and it begins to verbalize in your brain exactly into words what the feeling begins to feel like. It's almost a distraction, like knowing something bigger is down the line, but these little happy moments were merely just a distraction. And beyond that, you know that there's something else, and it's at the tip of your brain, but you can't quite find it. And then the window shuts on you, almost as if something's trying to keep you out from digging further.
Jacob would like to open another window.
Okay. Roll a 1d11 for me.
Watch him get a 3 again. Oh, shit.
Jacob, you peer into a dark, moonlit room as you see a woman sitting alone back to you. The woman is playing a sweet waltz on a piano. Through the memory, you see a little girl watching as the woman plays. This is the same memory Fiora saw just a moment ago.
Does he still feel the emotions?
He still feels the emotions.
This time it's just pure, unadulterated love. Nothing else this time. Almost childlike.
Do I feel the presence?
Oh. Oh.
Yes. Not quite in the same way, though.
Hmm.
It feels near to you. You feel it through what Fiora feels at this moment in the memory, but it doesn't feel the same. Make an insight check for me.
Okay, look.
Risk of, since you asked the question, I am going to make it 25 again.
Cool.
Wait, he asked a question, so it made the risk higher?
No, it made it lower.
Oh, no, smart, that's smart. Keep asking questions, hell yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
if you ask a question that's explicitly something that you could figure out through insight, yeah, I'm going to make the risk lower because it's like, oh, you're already looking for it.
Okay. Hell yeah. You go, girl.
Oh,
Oh,
No! No!
that's about as far as you can figure out. It's different. It's not the same, but you don't know how or why it doesn't feel the same. As the piano playing goes on, you eventually hear and see the conversation that Fjord witnessed just moments ago. A child ask, hopefully, parent answer, giving the best of their abilities some advice. The windows don't shut forcibly this time. You peer in on a solemn moment between a mother and a child. Eventually, the piece comes to an end.
Jacob closes the window softly and would like to open another.
Okay, roll me a 1d10. Okay, let me count. Fiora,
Yeah?
what what memory do you have with the group that you were most scared when you were most scared? Frightened, fear. Be it when you had to face down Alexander, whenever you had to do anything, what moment did you feel the most fear?
Jacob, were you there for the theater?
Yes.
That. That whole ass theater and us being inside of it with Alexander being inside the building. Yeah. Fear. That is fear. Especially feeling fear is being like kicked down a flight of stairs.
Jacob, how many times in your life have you looked up to see a man that could kill you in the next few seconds?
Once, twice.
Now you experience a third time. Looking up, you fully feel the terror that you have moments before you feel your life is about to end. Fiora, do you want to give any more?
Big was that fucking staircase? Was it like a grand staircase inside the Titanic kind of scale?
Say it one more time.
So, how big was the staircase? Is it similar to the grand staircase inside the Titanic and how big that fucker was?
It's almost like there was a bunch of sets of stairs in the theater along like the audience grouping. Um, it was you got knocked down quite a few flights of fucking steps.
Yeah, I would say imagine as you stare into this man's eyes and suddenly you're just propelled downward at a speed you've never been thrown before, and each fall and bump you feel like you're gonna black out and never wake up again. And you make it to the bottom of the stairs and you still look up and he's coming fucking down the stairs, looking at you with a smile. And you didn't die.
Okay.
You're all fucked up, you're bloody, and you didn't die, and he's coming for you.
Okay.
Do you want to make an insight check?
Yes.
Make your insight
Come on,
check.
come on, come on.
Do I feel the presence?
Make your insight check first.
Okay.
You feel it. It's pretty consistent that you've always felt it.
Okay.
Your insight will tell you more, though. Unless I explicitly state that you don't feel the presence, you will always feel it.
What is my risk?
25.
Oh my god! Let's go!
Yeah. So, exactly how you felt it the first few times. Only one time has it been different. You still feel it, and again, you reach and feel it inside Fiora from within her. It was whispering quietly at first. Even back then, when you guys first met, it was quieter than when you heard it in Solus Runda. You can barely even make out the voice, only because you were looking for it, knowing it was buried deep somewhere. It feels like it's trying to cling to something to grow. And when Fiora looked up at Alexander on those staircases, you feel it grow just a little bit. And again, the windows slam on you.
Oh,
And as it slams, all the other windows start to move along the wall far into infinity until only one window is left.
I slowly approach the window.
Oh.
It's closed.
Jacob opens it.
Okay, you open it. Fiora, you're gonna tell us yesterday when you made the choice to join Derek, from her perspective. Tell us everything Fiora was feeling, the memory of that from her perspective.
I think it would be every single time she made a glance at either Derek or the group. It was this wave of betrayal, hatred, vengeance, sadness, pain, and then more than anything, really emptiness as she made the choice. The hatred is there too, but like emptiness was like the main thing she felt when she accepted her fate of joining Derek right then and there. And so the second that Fiora summons the chains to bring them around Jacob's body, it becomes from emptiness to hatred to guilt and hatred. And that never changes for the rest of that day.
What are some thoughts that were going through your head? The whole the whole battle. It was only a few minutes. Jacob gets to see and feel and see everything from your perspective. Tell
Why?
tell
Oh,
us
what's up?
tell us about the hate. Tell us about what was wrong. Tell us about what was right about it. Tell us every aspect.
I hate the way that our group decided that we had one goal in mind, and to the detriment of everyone fucking else, those other people, whether it be me or Florence or Hale, were just casted aside. And as we're searching aimlessly for an answer with the clock ticking, there's this sense of apathy and loss of direction from the group. And Fiora, so close to switching sides, so close to breaking and feeling like she is fucking betraying everything she knows, is the one working the hardest to bring the group together. Come on, we need to do something. Come on, we need to make a plan. Come on, we need to figure out something. And the only thing this group wants to do is to kill the man that confirms everything to her that she is just a traitor. And that for both Derek and Fiora, no one ever made the amount of time to just sit down and talk and to see why either of them felt that way. People made attempts, it never went forward. People would make more attempts, they would be forgotten. People like Alexis and Cadence tried, but they didn't keep pushing. And no one really pushed for Derek or Fiora. And that's why they broke to this point. That's why Fiora felt happiness and joy and holding Jacob down and guilt. Because even though she loved these friends and she loved everything that she did with them and all the memories, she realized that her life was a fight between two battles, neither she can win, and she chose the battle she thought she would lose less. And instead, as the day and the battle kept going on, she felt like she just lost everything, and she was just a tool for more hatred from whichever party. Because that's what she feels is all she's built for, is a vessel for hatred and a chance at change in the worst way possible. And if things just went differently, if we just talked, maybe Derek would have listened. Fiora absolutely would have listened. And maybe we would still be on track to meet Lycabon. But instead, Fiora made the worst choice of her life, desperate for change, and just lost everything instead. Because her friends didn't have her back in her most crucial moment.
Jacob.
Even if it didn't seem like that, it was. And so, in that time of hurt and grief, and to have it rejected so obviously to her face, yeah, shit went down. So that's what changed. That's why a lot of these words are so close to meaning something, but just like her mom, they just feel empty. And everyone just wants to use Fiora for their own gains. So yeah, that's what she felt.
Jacob, you feel all of it. Does Jacob
I
have...
think
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Jacob just feels a bit broken by that. Not really realizing the underlying issues all along.
They just wanted to talk. That's all they wanted. The conversation just never happened in time.
As you feel the rage of those emotions, certain words cut through. We'll talk about this later, Fiora. Your own words. Make an insight check for me.
Oh my fucking god.
Risk of 50 this time.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Oh.
You felt the rage, the crescendo of the emotions, but before you could reach deeper into anything to do with this memory, the windows shut on you. Jacob, if you could say some words to Fiora right now, what would you say at this moment? Go ahead and have Jacob say them out loud.
we can talk about this now, Fiora, if you want. No more brushing you aside. You wanted to talk. I didn't listen. I'm here to hopefully make amends. Let's talk. I want to hear everything you want to say.
Fiora, do you think Fiora is more interested in finding more hate or hearing those words Jacob has to say and just simply talk?
Is it possible to modify the question?
Yeah.
Can one try to see where to direct hate in an open forum? Can I bring forth Jacob, Derek, and the voice all at the same time and have an open forum?
Not the voice. This is your own head, but the voice you can't bring to them.
But I can bring them to me.
Yes.
I also bring Derek, if that's the case.
Okay.
I would like to him be here if we're gonna have a talk.
From your memories, what's a location you'd want to talk to them in?
That same square in front of the mayor's house, like not the one from the nightmare, but from Respite.
Mm-hmm.
That same courtyard, at least,
Okay.
as if we're redoing that day once more.
Okay. Yeah, as you
And oh, sorry, you go. Sorry.
I was just gonna move you guys right here. As you guys kind of blink, the depths disappear and it drowns away. And as it drowns away, the mountains of Respite begin to fill it up again, almost as if you're back into reality. There's no one around. The morning sun is creeping through the peaks. The square, empty except for you three.
Let's try this again. Are you ready to talk? I need to know if I'm a vessel of hate or if I'm even a vessel at all.
Fiora, I may not have treated you like it, but you're a friend.
What does that word mean to you?
It means someone who always has your back. They
And
may
whose
fight you.
back was I staring at that day? As you twisted towards our seemingly end goal, our big boss, the guy we have to take down, right? We just gotta kill him or imprison him and just get this over with. We move on. We go from Lycabon to the next and to the next and to what? The embrace? Right? That's where our end goal is. Everyone in this courtyard. And yet, all I look around us, it's a bunch of cowards who don't care for people. They just care to see the world change or stay as it is. Not the people who occupy it. Okay? And that goes for you too, Derek. I hope you're listening
He nods his head.
to both of what we have to say. Okay? And Jacob, I want you to really listen to Derek when he speaks his turn. Okay? I want you to hear his words and not look at the mouth in which they're coming from and the character of which they speak. Just the words themselves. Is that simple enough? Is that okay? Can we do that?
Jacob nods.
Derek nods.
Derek, what did you want out of us that day? And you could be truthful about this to me. You always tell the truth to me, right? Right?
I don't put too many quarters online. All I needed were the eyes, however I could get them. I wanted you to work part of my group, but I just wanted them to help me get my end goal.
And the bombs never existed. And that meant you also didn't have to kill Jacob, right?
I didn't
Both
have
of
to.
those are true.
I didn't
So
have to.
Jacob, what was the danger? What were we so afraid of? Were you afraid of him? Or whatever monster you saw in your eyes? Why do you fear this man? Do you fear me? Because if you're scared of him, you will not like what I will become. I don't think you already do.
I wasn't afraid. I was angry. Now, in my anger, I made some decisions that I shouldn't have. I ain't afraid of Derek, and I certainly am not afraid of you. And that's not to say that I think, not to say that this is. I'm not afraid of you because in the end, if you were to hurt me, I know. Well, I think I'd be okay if it was one of y'all, even unintentionally.
Which means you didn't mean to hurt me that day. And I believe that. But sometimes in our anger, we hurt people. Sometimes our anger twists reason. Sometimes our anger spawns hate. And if there's anything I know more than both of you, is hate. And Derek, I know that does a lot to simplify your life, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm saying the anger consumes you too. And I know you understand that, and you use that to justify your actions. But we spread anger, we spread hate like it's a fucking disease. It's no different than what they want, and if we do what those people did to us, but to them, nothing changes. So either the world changes and no one gains, or nothing changes and no one gains. That's why I'm fucking pissed at both of you. It doesn't matter which side I pick, there's a side. It doesn't matter who I believe in, I can believe in no one, not even myself. Okay?
There's always gonna be sides, girl.
Why? Even the gods pick sides, even the angels pick sides. Why can't we use the embrace to remove that aspect of our flawed being? No,
If there are no sides, then there's nothing.
no, not necessarily. If there's no sides, then there's still people. And no matter which outcome I pick, whether it be you, Jacob, or you, Derek, people will be hurt, and people will always be hurt, but not like this.
People wouldn't
I
be
don't see a
people anymore,
future.
Fiora. People have sides. They don't have sides. They don't have feelings. If I don't feel one way about something and someone else feels a different way, we all feel the same way. We aren't people anymore.
Why does anyone's feelings decide how someone's life goes? And that goes for the people we hate too, by the way, Derek. I mean that too. But by us using that weapon, And it is a weapon. It's a sword. Very sharp one. We will cut ourselves. You see these golden tattoos? I tried to run, Derek. We can't run from this. That doesn't mean we should blindly accept it. And you know what? I've been really bad about listening to my own advice, okay? So, bear with me here. I'm a fucking mess. I don't
Fiora.
know who to believe anymore.
Fiora. I know you want no one to feel any pain. Pain is, unfortunately, part of what gives us life, what gives us happiness. Without pain, there is no happiness. Without happiness, there is no pain.
It's actually something we agree on.
Yeah, it's quite a sweet sentiment, isn't it? Do you believe that? When men like Derek walk down the street and men who look like you and Victor who come up to him and decide to just ruin his life for fun? Pain can exist. This is not a sane or just world. You can have pain in a sane and just world. Is that too much to ask for? Apparently, it is. It's way too much to ask for. It's never enough. For any side, it's never enough. One side fights for peace, their side fights for violence, and in the end, everyone is hurt. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Everyone gets hurt. That's what your friend is trying to say. Even
Some
though I want to change things, I
some
am
are
who I am today because I went through the pain I went through. I don't like it.
I think you could have been the same man
I couldn't have been.
without the decades worth of cruelty.
I couldn't have been. Like I said, I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I never wanted it, but I am who I am today because of it. Now, if you erased pain, everyone won every day, I wouldn't want to live that life.
I didn't
If
say
you
erase pain. I say just
lessen
make
it,
the world just insane.
just insane. How would you do that? There has to be an answer.
Well, for one, no more acts of oppression and hurt towards one group of people. That's too much to ask for. And another, let little boys and girls like you, me, and Jacob just exist in a world where there are struggles and there are pains, but it's weighted fairly. And who gets to decide that weight? Not us. I want to at least change the system in which these weights bear their load on us. I think that's a good step, right? But I don't think that's possible anymore. I have a calling. I hear something, it calls to me. And you know what? I think I've spent enough of my lifetime trying to make the world feel less pain. And in an effort to do so, it never stopped mine. And I think I'm done from running from that. And I think I'm done believing in people like you and you. Because of nothing what you say matters. We're all dictated by our own selfish needs and goals, or
So,
unselfish needs or goals that don't address others. I'm tired of it all.
Derek,
You know what? If we can't fix the system, I say we just burn it down.
Derek giggles a little bit. and lets out. So you tired of running from whatever higher calling you have. So you're gonna run from, I don't even like him, but your friend here. You're gonna run from me just to burn everything down.
Is what I want not just a more extreme version of what you want, Derek?
I want
Am I not just a soul on the same path,
I want you to be
not
able to
smart
wake
enough
up.
to fix it herself?
I want you to be able to wake up tomorrow smiling about the days that have passed, about memories you've had. I saw memories you've had. Not a whole lot to smile about, but you did have moments. I want days where you could smile like that all the time. That's what I want. You burn everything down. No one, no one that's living right now, me, you, will ever get a smile about anything again.
Fiora.
Yeah, Jacob. And I heard you, Derek. I'm sorry. I did hear you. But yeah, Jacob.
Fiora, you're one of the strongest people I've ever met, in more ways than one. I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you what you want, but I know you have the strength to reach out and grab it.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill all 5 gods. I'm gonna create the embrace. I'm gonna create a world that's sane and just. Does that sound good to you? Because I'll reach out and grasp that.
Is that what you want?
I don't know what I want anymore, Jacob. At one point, I wanted to live a happy life with y'all. And another, I wanted to go with Derek and right all the wrongs of my past. You know what? I can't do both. I want them both. I can't live a life of doing those two things in harmony because that's just not possible in the world we live in.
So you
And
just
in the end of the day, I make a choice and I betray one of you. And is it wrong to say, I'm sorry, Derek, that you both mean equal to me? Is that wrong? Fairly, it is. In a world of binary choices, I must choose.
so your answer is just to destroy everything.
In the hopes that someone will stop me and put me in the ground and I'll never have to feel again.
So you live your life just to
Yeah,
die.
don't we all?
I
And make
don't.
something in between from life to death.
You're
I
not
don't.
doing that. You just said that you're living to be killed. You're not making anything between here and then. You're giving up.
Yeah, just like my mom. I learned from the
Your mom
best.
didn't fucking give up. You sense heat from Derek when he says that.
Remember when I asked you earlier if you would always tell the truth to me?
I'm telling the
I saw
truth.
that window. I know. I saw it. You didn't tell me. I saw it first. Why couldn't you just said that when we first met? It wouldn't have hurt then. I know you meant something to her. I know her goals in life were very valid.
I didn't mean
But
anything
you
to
could have
her.
at least been there more for her if you weren't a part of her life. Did
I,
you know that she was in that much pain?
I didn't mean anything to her. She left 30 years ago. She said she didn't want to live our life anymore. I didn't argue against it. I make sure everyone knows that they have a choice to follow me or not. She knew that, and she took her choice. I didn't force her to stay. Is that what you wanted me to do? Force her to live a life she hated?
No, maybe just been in her life a little bit more, ease the pain a
She
little
didn't.
bit,
She didn't want me in her life.
because you were on a mission, right? You were on a holy path or an unholy path or
I would
whatever
have been
kind of
there
path.
if she asked me to. She didn't want me there. Now, I don't care if she's your mother. I would have been there in the blink of an eye if she wanted me. I won't sit here and have you fling accusations about what I did and didn't do for her.
I'm sorry. I'm just a bad person.
You're not a bad person. Everyone has things they believe and say. Your friend here would call me a bad person. I'd call him a bad person. Are either of us bad people?
Yes, we're all bad people.
If we're all bad people, then that's just the normal person, isn't it?
I wouldn't consider the three of us right now normal. We're pretty above average, aren't we?
I'm saying everyone's a bad person, Fiora. For something they've done, will do, or believe, everyone is a bad person. Now, having your pity because you realize how bad people are isn't an answer.
I don't even think I want pity, because I know that what I do doesn't. My life is not the worst life story to ever be lived, right?
It's
I think
not.
I'm just another broken person in a history of broken people,
You are.
and I don't know how to fix myself.
You do.
And
You're running away from every answer you possibly have to destroy the world. You have your choices and you refuse to make them.
that only describes me from the past few months. For the rest of my life, that wasn't true.
So when
Yes, I
you
ran, but not to destroy the world. I tried to save it.
so when you do get here for the last few months and you have your choices to make, you run away. I fully realize I care for you. You're Rose's daughter. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. You're running away. You're acting like a coward. And that's another choice you can make. Life isn't something that you get to wake up and be something. It's something that you got to wake up and choose something.
I don't deny what you say. I agree with it.
So
Jacob, what were you gonna say?
what kind of choices do you want to make, Fiora?
I want to bring less pain to the world if it lets me. And if I had full control of my life, I wouldn't have changed it. If it meant it put me in a position where I am now. And mm, I think I did make the wrong choice. And the thing is, I just felt like if I made a choice and I truly believed in it, that's all that mattered. Right or wrong, good or bad, who is to judge? But the gates of heaven or hell at the end.
There's no right or wrong choice. Everyone judges. There's no one judge.
So, is what I'm doing now a wrong choice if that's true?
It might be to me or him.
I know. And I know you won't believe this, but I'm I'm really sorry about that. I I would love nothing more than the world for you to be free of pain and for you to be free of pain. I'd love nothing more than that.
I don't want to be free of pain.
Fiora, I accepted a long time ago that I'll never be free of pain.
So you're starting to make choices for us.
Oh God. Oh God, I don't. I don't. You're right. I I if it's come to the point where I'm just forcing my choices on other people, then that truly is wrong.
Like I just said, I didn't force anybody that followed me to follow me. I didn't want you to accept unless you believed in what I was standing up
But
for.
but
If you don't,
but I did. I did believe in what you stood for. I really did. It wasn't the voice. It wasn't the pain. I did.
I'm
And my
not
friends,
upset at you for
my
not.
found family didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't, Fiora. You choose what you think is right. That's all we ever do. I've made my choices. I follow my road. He made his. He follows his. You can't change the pavement before us. If you want to follow me and walk the road alongside me, I'd be more than happy. But if you don't like the bridges that we have to cross, the streams that we'll have to walk through, I don't want you to force yourself to do that. I didn't make Rosa, I won't make you.
Then what if I feel that same way, but to him? And I look at Jacob.
You know,
What if I feel that same way? I don't want to leave you both if it means something better for me. I'm not to say that I am nothing without either group, but I am a lot less. You, either of you, were a genuine anchor. You felt my memories and my emotions. Did, did you see what made me happy? It was people. This world creates hunters and gatherers, ones who lead and the others who follow. And by damn, I will be the most loyal follower to whoever makes sense. Because I believe in people. And it's really hard when people are so gray that any choice you make could be a wrong one. If I go with Jacob, I betray my people. But if I go with Derek, I betray my people. We're one and the same, one by the color of the skin, and the other by the content of experiences and memories. No, actually, you're more, you're more than an anchor because of the color of your skin, Derek. I didn't mean it like that, but it's the way this choice was set up, and the choice that I had to make was set up in that way, and it felt so unfair in the moment. I feel like if I make a choice, it's always in an unfair situation, and I know that's always how it's gonna be. And I guess I'm sorry for just making the wrong choice every time.
You didn't. You made a wrong choice based on whose judgment? Yours? If you feel you made a wrong choice, then make a different one. Everyone makes wrong choices. I've made choices anyone could call wrong, I call right. I've made choices I think are wrong and everyone else called right. Fior, what do you want to do right now?
everyone walks a path to make up for and do better by the choices that they've made.
What I want to do right now, if I had a proper choice, would be to get you, the dream team, and you, Derek, and all your men. We storm the gates of fucking heaven, and we demand an answer from Lekabon on how we can fix things. And I know that's impossible, really, but it's what I would want. And
Derek
if it meant, oh,
Derek just looks at Jacob.
yeah, that's more of a choice for you guys. And I know there's so many reasons why you don't trust Derek, but I think if we had a united front, if we used all of our power and our experiences together, I think we all together could make a change worth making, a choice, right? That's a lot to ask. And you know what? If anything, this is me forcing a choice upon you. Because it shouldn't be either of your positions to reply. But I guess this is the situation we're in right now, and I'm sorry. Because if that was a possibility, I would want nothing more than just that. Even past the hatred.
I already want to work together. He he seems a little reluctant to let the words out, but he's directing them towards Jacob. Like I said when I told you in the prison cell, the end goal might be different, but right now our goals align.
What
Just for
happens
now.
down the line?
Just for a little bit while I figure out the demons in my own head. And then we can go into any random bickering and politics and tribalism we want. But for just a little bit, can we try to have an ideal version of humanity? Just to see if it's possible. If only a dream, then a good one.
Later down the line, well, we might oppose each other, but right now we don't have to.
To be honest with you, I can't make that choice.
I know. And so here's what I'm going to tell you, Jacob. I don't know what's going to happen to you two after this conversation. I don't know if I'm the one in control. So whatever you do, get away from me. Go find Lycabon before whatever vessel I am in the real world finds you. Because if you really want me to change, it'd be to try this one time to do something impossible.
I have an answer for bringing you back out.
I don't know if it's possible, even
It
with what we just said.
you aren't you you and your mother are a lot alike more than you think.
Jacob looks at Derek when he says that.
You don't mean
She
she
had
signed one.
she had issues like yours. She has a solution, and he holds out the locket that you saw him holding earlier. I don't know how this fucking, and he kind of looks up, backwash dream shit works, but she wore this and it kept everything in.
And so if I just put it on, it works.
It'll stop at least from you from changing. It won't. It never fixed her. He says that with a little bit of pain.
Then I'll make you both one promise. If we come out of this, I will wear that necklace for as long as we need to until we get to Lycabon. But if things go south, I can't make any further promises. But I'll put this thing on for now, and I'll believe in a dream, an impossible one, and just see where it takes us. Jacob, I know they might not listen to you. I know they might not agree with you. And if that happens, please don't blame it on yourself. But at the end of the day, I just want to say thank you for hearing us out.
Jacob nods. Fiora. I just want you to know I don't blame you for any of this. And I know they don't either.
If there's anything your conversation accomplishes, Jacob, it will let the world know that this was my fault. And that's not placing blame on anything. No, none of this would have happened without me. And so I hope I'm a good enough catalyst to keep you guys going. And so you know that locket he just gave me, Chris.
Yes.
I'm just gonna put it in my pocket. I think you all need a little bit of persuasion to make sure that this happens. This little unity. So let's see. Let's see what you're both made of. Let's see which one of the three of us are cowards. And if it ends up being me, good. And yeah, that's it from Fiora.
Okay. Yeah. If you. So you're putting it in your pocket and not putting it on specifically.
Yes.
So when they get back, you're still gonna be attacking them.
They better start running.
I will say your speed is way faster than theirs, but we
Yes,
can
I'll
do that.
die.
I was about to say there's a high chance that even if they try running,
I was just gonna say, I mean, if I put on the locket, there's no promise that any of that happens.
but you can always just take it off.
I know. Let's see
The
what
instant.
everyone is made of, including Fiora.
Okay. So,
But that's an option at least
oh, to take it off, or are you gonna?
to put it on.
Oh, okay.
There's that option
Okay.
because who knows? I mean, just spitballing here. A fucking Cadence angel voice plus Jericho fucking soul weave, and that's just enough of a window for Fiora to put it on. But I don't know. I'm not a master planner or anything.
I'm gonna tell
But
you guys right now that you aren't close to the group at all. You guys are hours away from being with the group.
wait, what? I thought the
No, they didn't get
oh
close to you guys.
wait, that's the secret. What the fuck was that speed roll?
You guys will have to see. They
Oh,
they
oh no,
were.
I made a mistake. Oh no,
Yeah, that's
I
why I
thought
was
they were
like,
right there.
no, 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 they're not right
Uh,
there. They. It's gonna be at least about 4 to 6 hours before you guys meet up with the main group.
I might have to reconsider my decision.
All right, go ahead. That's why I was like, I am fairly
Oh
certain
my
if
god.
they have to
Oh
deal
my
with you like
god.
that, there's a good
No, they will
chance
die.
that they will die.
Okay. Okay.
I wanted to say that my the other D&D I had planned is
Going on.
starting.
Yeah, we'll end in probably the next couple minutes.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so
Oh,
sorry,
yeah, if you want
Zane.
to retcon, you can retcon. But
Yes, let's say that instead of all that, it's like if you guys fail to do what I ask, I'm taking off the locket. There you go.
okay,
We'll change it to that.
okay. And you put it on.
Yep.
Yeah. So as you put it on, and you said Fiora's out, you guys are snapped back to reality, back onto the mountaintop. All three of you, fairly bloody, beaten, and kind of in a triangle formation as you come back. Reality feels fake at the moment. Derek looks at the two of you. And
Derek, I'm so sorry you had to experience that. Whoops.
he kind of just closes his eyes. We need to get moving. He is eyeing Jacob cautiously, but as cautiously as recent enemies would eye each other.
Yeah, I turned to Derek And I say to him, I'm not putting chains on Jacob this time. You guys are standing side by side.
Okay. Derek doesn't retaliate. What about you?
Jacob's just quiet.
Okay. Now, last thing we have to do is make speed rolls real quick.
Okay. Let's do it. Oh my fucking god, this episode. Okay. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, as an uneasy, slight alliance is made under threat of Nightmare, we cut to black, and you guys will be joining for this Saturday.
Yay!